Yeah, so there was a rumour that there's some live rugby on this weekend. I don't know what else is going on beyond today, because this is all that really matters. Thursday night lights, Colomiers against Brive, second against sixth. A team that should be right up there in the top two with the budget they're spending and the talent they've got against a team that are right up there. And we're going to be watching Colomiers on the road go to Provence, another contender to get to the top 14. And that's our rugby on the 26th of March. Make sure you join us for that one. But we've got a big one this evening here in the outskirts of Toulouse. And there we go, there's the game. Colomiers, Brive. And Courtney Laws brings his Brive teammates who faced the heartbreak at the semi-final stage last year. But they are just in a fight to try and get themselves well positioned for the barrage at the minute. Another game to keep your eye on this weekend. Valence Roman, one of the only unbeaten teams in the league, at home that is. And Vannes, who are also unbeaten at home. They travel. That's the late game tomorrow evening. That will have a bearing on the table as well, which looks like this. Colomiers hosts this evening have a 2-point cushion from Provence. It's getting tight up there with those three. And then Brive don't want to be looking over their shoulder. They want to start to aspire up, maybe to a home semi-final in the home barrage match. If not, aspiring to be even higher, although it has to be said, their away form is woeful. But Colomiers, what a run they have been on. They lost last time out to Vannes. But before that, 7 straight wins. They are... Well, Joe Worsley, I'll bring you in at this point. We were asking a couple of months ago about Colomiers, and they have just been outstanding.
Yeah, we're talking about when at the start of the season, they went off on a flyer. We're saying they got weaker teams to see how they do against the big ones, and they've done so well. Their game plan's changed this year. It's more balanced. Delpy's come in. He's been amazing when he's been there. Yeah, they're the real deal. I really will do. I think I'm with Perpignan now, and I'm thinking in that match we could be playing at the end of the year. Could be these guys involved in it. They're that good.
Joseph... Need some more headspace there for that fella.
Yeah.
We've already seen Valentin Delpy. He's played the last 3 games for his side Toulouse, but he's now back with Colomiers as the top 14 takes a 2-week rest. And by the time the Six Nations is done and Thomas Ramos and co are back at Toulouse, it'll be Valentin Delpy looking to have the run-in with Colomiers as Brive arrive. At the Stade Michel Bondichou. Yeah, there's Jamie Shilcock. What do you think they'll be saying? You know this group, a lot of the guys involved. What will they be saying? And what will their assessment of how they're playing and what they're doing be?
That's going to be really interesting self-assessment. Will they be humble enough to realise that Colomiers have been phenomenal this year, playing well above their price bracket, really? But they got a couple of players involved in this squad today. The Nine Gautier, son of, he was at Colomiers last year. So they know and understand where Colomiers are coming from, what they do, the spirit they have, and the way they can yet be one of the smallest budget teams, yet second in the league. They understand where that's coming from, I think. It's just they've got to put their own game together. They need to concentrate on themselves. They need to stop Colomiers, yes, but this year they've just been a team very, very poor on the road. In attack, really poor.
That's Valentin Delpy taking his kicks. You just saw Anthony Coletta. He was captain of Colomiers last season. He was prized away from this place and went to Brive, and he was brilliant in the return fixture at Brive earlier in the season. Another game which was live here on FR UK, and we'll see how he gets on today. Yeah, there's a lot of players who have got history with both clubs. There's lots of subplots, and in the case of Brive, there's internationals from all over the shop. They will be aspiring to win this game and win well. But their last away win, Joe, have a guess when it was?
Oh, man. September the 19th.
Oh, you're not far off. You're not far off, actually. Back in October, which is the last time that they got 2 consecutive wins on the bounce, round 6. As we see Colomiers' team, watch out for Caleb Timu, Planteret and Bazin. That's a really tidy back row. And Timu bringing the physical presence. Ray Nutu, one of the standout players in top 14, is the one to look out for in the back line, where Teo Giral shifts to full-back without the Portuguese players in the Colomiers squad. They're all involved in the Rugby Europe Championship at the minute, and they've got some talent on the bench as well. Pablo Dimchev is back from the Italy squad. But as for Brive, Lucas da Silva, try-scoring machine at hooker. Anthony Coletta captaining Brive tonight. Former captain of Colomiers, Courtney Laws, Henko Venter, familiar names, Jamie Shilcock. Stuart Olding at fullback. Actually, they must be close to being underneath the GIF quota, Joe.
I think they did have big issues because the manager that was there at the start of the season got fired through playing so poorly. Was using so many players that were not French qualified. And again, everybody, you have to have on your team list 17 GIF players, which means in effect French players in your squad. If you don't have that at the end of the year, there could be hundreds of £1,000s worth of fines, points docked for the season after. And Brive were massively over, so part of their selection is going to be involved in making sure they pick enough French players.
Listen, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat, and if you've got any questions for Joe Worsley or any thoughts, I'll chip them in. There's a good question there, actually, on the chat. Where's Courtney? I haven't seen Courtney Laws in the... I was keeping an eye out for him when the cameras were there. He was... I don't know, maybe he needed to nip to the loo or something, or... I don't know.
I saw him on the pitch warming up, with long arms, reaching up and plucking the ball from the air.
Okay, Big Courts is there. That's the latest news, but thank you for the question. Any more in the chat, and spread the word. It's free. It's the only men's professional live rugby at club level that you can get anywhere if you're in the UK. So that's got to be worth just letting your mates know. Stick it in a little WhatsApp group with your rugby mates. Drop a thumbs up on the video and help the algorithm gods. And let's get ready for some live rugby here at the Stade Michel Bondeschou. 9 out of home Colomiers are at this place. And here's a stat for you, Joe. Colomiers have scored 44 tries at home. That's 4 tries on average per match. Brive, in their entire away record so far, have only scored 14 tries away.
14 tries?
14.
Oh, God. That's pretty epically low, isn't it?
Yes.
So they're averaging pretty much 1 a game.
That would suggest it's mindset, though. I mean, they're sending a stacked team. It's no bin juice here. They need a win. They want to win, and they're coming to win. But maybe the mindset hasn't been right.
No, but it's not something that's going to change. Listen, Brive, the money they got is considerably more than Colomiers. They got over twice as much their budget is than Colomiers. The difference is staggering, and you can see it. Players like Courtney playing there, Shilcock, all these Stuart Olding, these incredible talent they have in their squad. They've just not been performing due to a number of reasons. Due to poor coaching, poor decisions from the coaching staff, and a team like Colomiers, where they've really harnessed everything they've got. They're aligned, and that's how they're managing to have this team that's got under half the budget of Brive up there in second, and tonight probably favourites for this game.
Anthony Coletta marshalling his troops. This means a lot to him, but this means massive amounts to Brive, who, as we saw from the table, do not want to slip out of the barrage spots, and they will want to get an extra home game at the end of the season, at least for their fans. The president of Brive did announce in the week that there would be a new head coach announced very soon, so a bit of leadership, Joe, at the top.
Yes, Patat, who's left Bayonne, and remember Bayonne had the best season in about 30 years last year, but during the summer Laurent Travers came in over the top of Patat. There's a bit of friction. The president got into Patat. He's now jumped and he's coming to Brive.
There you go. The president doesn't need to announce it. Joe Worsley just has. As Theo Giral takes the first catch and gets a shot for his trouble, and an early penalty for Brive. Mathis Galtier gets his hands on the ball. Yes, that is son of Fabien.
Yeah, he gave the other 9 a little push there as well and annoyed him. See, that bubbles up a bit later.
Bit of edge early on.
Not taking the 3.
No, not taking the 3.
Statement. That was Adelaide, I believe, a phenomenal player. But did you see there how he went to deck so easily? He should have waited for his team colleague to come, and when he felt the support go down, gave a window, they took it.
Now here's something we've seen a lot. Usually Lucas da Silva at the back of a wall with hands on. It's not him there though. He's forming the wedge, as it looks like Thomas Adelaide has got right through the middle.
Wow. That was great maul defence. Adelaide is a machine at these. He's such a strong human. I'd like to see that again because that was banging maul defence. Really good. Simon Shaw-esque.
One of the attributes that put him on La Rochelle's radar, where he'll be playing his rugby next season.
Okay, as he come down, you see how it's split? You see him coming through there. As a great angle. Shame we didn't stay on that one. So the back lifter and the jumper, if you disrupt that space between the back lifter and the jumper, you split those front three. And the front three aren't solid and together, you can't build on it. It just snaps it in half. On top of that, the player coming through that space can get in on the ball, hold it up, and voila, scrum for Colomiers.
We've had the first attempted maul. Now we've got the first scrum, and Brive have gone with some... They're not going to get the chance to show it. I was going to say they've come with a heavyweight pack.
They're pushing before the ball came in. Free kick. If it happens again, it goes to a penalty, I think.
That one against Simon Pierre Chauvac.
Why is Who Let the Dogs Out coming on there?
I was trying to work that one out as well. Is there some... I don't know whether that's a
Someone run on the
particularly big
pitch?
hit in France, Joe, that you're aware of, or whether it has some meaning. Not sure.
I'm not sure.
What's the nickname of Colomiers?
It's like an eagle is the mascot. So.
Yeah. Okay, any guesses in the chat? Please let me know. Why Baha men and Who Let the Dogs Out? As Fenter brings Tui Vuaka into the game for the first time. I'm sure we'll see that a bunch.
Good defence. So Tui Vuaka, big, powerful Fijian. Massive, powerful Fijian. Just a Route 1 runner. Got a little bit of go forward, but that next phase, the Colomiers players work their way around the corner of the forwards. Smashed the guy at the gain line. But again, that Brive player was taking the ball flat at the line with no space, no hole, on not particularly great ball. See, there, the carry's okay. The ball's relatively quick. Watch here. Way too close to the line. If there's a huge space, a huge hole, yeah, you can do that because he'd be running straight through the hole, at least getting a half tackle. But if there's a big defensive line in front of you, you've got to take that ball deeper because as you catch it, you're going to get hit. And it's very difficult to catch the ball as you're getting hit. Also, on top of that, with more depth, he can maybe have runners running off him, pull the defence apart, create a one-on-one opportunity, then generate fast ball again. But that's an example there of poor attack on a simple second phase off a line-out.
The two number 11s for the sides. You just saw Tui Tuvuki there. It's Tui Vuaka for Brive, Tui Tuvuki for Colomiers. Both. It's just a shame they're not on like directly opposite each other. That could be explosive.
The Tui wing.
Yeah. Jules Danglot takes the ball from the base and heads towards Tui Tuvuki. He's on the chase, but it's dribbled into touch. Solid scrum first up from Colomiers, though.
That was a good option. If that stayed in, that kick had been better. Did it touch the opposition? Because it looks like Delpy's thinking it's his ball.
Yeah.
No.
Brive go for the 5-man. They've got Henko van Veek. Sorry, not Henko van Veek. He's Henko Fenter off the back. Up it goes into the Toulouse night sky. Contestable. They're going nowhere with that. That was the transition ball you'd imagine they were planning to use fast, but the passes are slow, the defence is up fast, and they're getting walloped. Mathis Galtier going to the boot. And to Joe Worsley's point about the player being flat, this time players were static. It's just is it timing?
Tim, completely right. It's so static. I think the manager was actually the attack coach who got fired. Anyway, let's get on to the look at the attack we're seeing now. As a consequence, that's a consequence of.
If you see Joe Worsley out somewhere, just Get a beer and ask him to tell you more.
Yeah, but did you saw every time static, long deep passes, poor passes, rush defence coming up, smashing them. Long passes, static players. It's just an easy option for the defence to fly up and smash them behind the gain line.
Yeah.
Really poor. And a pizza thrown there.
Untidy but physical. First few minutes.
Yeah, when we see Colomiers get an attacking sequence, it'd be interesting to see the difference between the two teams, how they run onto the ball, how they can accelerate the play, shorter passing, longer passing. Be good to talk about the differences between the two teams and what they're presenting in attack.
The average age of Brive's pack, they've gone with experience, 31. 3 years the senior of the Colomiers opponents. You've got Courtney Laws at 37 among it, Coletta as well, but it's not helping them at scrum time. A free kick and now a penalty. Shovac again. Or was that one against Abdeladze, perhaps? The Georgian.
I think it was. Let's have another look.
Shovac, but
Let's see what happens to his elbow as the scrum collapses.
yeah, Simatoga. Elbow pointing to the ground.
Yeah, so if a loose head falls like that with his elbow coming straight down, referees or touch judges there will always give a penalty.
Lost line out. But Plantaret tidies up. First entry into the 22 for Colomiers. Offload to Valentin Delpy. Danglo is sniping. 7 metres from the Brive line. Brive spurn the opportunity for points. This is Colomiers' first attack. Danglo looks left, passes right. Podder forwards, and there's layers of attack behind it, and they go out the back. Caleb Timu. Teo Giral is waiting. He's having to clear out on this occasion. He does the job too, Danglo. Big shot on Delomel, the young winger. Penalty advantage for Colomiers. If they can recycle, they've got free ball. Brive defence could be a little short numbered on that left-hand side to Itavuki. He was the target. They had the penalty to come back for. And what did you make of that first attack?
As you can see, we're going to see hopefully some more clips soon, but you saw players running onto the ball, you saw players picking with people arriving on the shoulder with pace, attacking narrow and then going to the width at the right time. So that actually, because they had the penalty, they went for a relatively high risk kick option. But the Colomiers attack was already far more fluid, far more joined up than we saw from the Brive attack.
Valentin Delpy, last weekend he was playing for Toulouse against Montauban. How does it work, Joe, with a player bouncing back and forth? It's not like dual registered players in England.
So you can loan to other top 14 clubs, but you're not allowed that player back during that loan period, which is normally the whole season. But for Pro D2 clubs, you can have them back for certain spells. They have to spend months and months.
Oh,
the club. Oh, geez.
Yeah, we'll pick that up in a minute. Coletta just had to tidy that one up. Could have gone anywhere. Mathis Gautier on his own line. Can relieve a little bit of pressure against his former club.
Ooh,
it's good steal at the front of the line out that.
That was tight. Yeah, and Delpy basically, Toulouse let him go because they know they want to use him at some point during the doublons, which is what they call the international periods. They get him back for those and they let him go to Colomiers for the rest. So he gets quality game time, improves and gets better.
Well, it looked like the Colomiers coach wanted 3 points. His team overruled him, and a rare occasion where the coach isn't the guy that makes the call. Jan Pesson, former Colomiers player, got up and won the line out, and I think that was him winning it again for Brive on their own ball this time. Ben Tapawai gets the left boot through it. Another familiar name. What a kick.
Yeah, another international.
What can Brive do? There's only one thing that man's doing. Tui Viwaka gets the pass away. Oh, it's going anywhere. It's Courtney Laws in for the try. Oh my goodness. I think Courtney Laws has got that. Tui Viwaka busts the game open.
Amazing kick from Ben Tapawai. Terrible kick from Colomiers, and the chase was all over the shop. He says his decision's try. He's going to have a quick look.
This will be Courtney Laws' first try of the season. And he covered some ground to get there. Payson just won the line out moments ago. And Laws beats Bazan to the ball. Let's see it from this angle. Crucial angle.
Does it touch the line? Yeah, I think it might do, huh?
Is that
maybe not though?
It's not conclusive. I'd say if it's on-field, try it.
Yeah, what an angle.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you see that? Jan Payson grabs his ankle, trips him up a little bit, so he's going to penalise him.
Did not see that. Wow.
Me either, till the ref talked about it. Fair
Robbed
play.
courts.
No try, Courtney again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, tell you what, Grégoire Bazan's got away with one there. But it may have made the difference. I didn't see Bazan appealing for it, but... Big moment.
Wasn't a very ambitious kick, was it?
Tui Viwaka. It's just like a cannonball. Would not want to tackle that. What would your technique be to tackle that, Joe?
Kneecaps all day, baby. But he's Olympic gold medalist, that man.
Is he, with the Fijians?
Yeah. He was in the 7 squad that won in Japan.
I reckon he'd do a good job at shot put as well.
Ooh.
Laws gets the ball to Fenter. Coletta on the loop. Some of the experienced big men for Brive, who have had much more of the territory so far. Possession as well. Oh, ball spilling out. Lucas de Silva. Galtier goes right. They're keeping it relatively tight to the breakdowns. I think they're trying to bust the game open with their big men. They go to the edge on this occasion. Olding gets caught on his own. Suitavuki. Another let off for Colomiers. Brive inaccurate.
Yeah, who got on that ball there? Was that Courts again? He's just a stealing machine. Unbelievable. But yeah, Brive are going to be disappointed. Their forwards created a bit of go forward. When they went to the width, the backs, basically they balls it up.
Yeah, it was Nick Crone.
Yeah, Nick Crone coming in, getting a big shot from the outside, but he's already didn't have the ball in a good position. Dislodged by the dominant tackle from the 15.
Nick Crone, one of 4 South Africans in Brive's lineup this evening. They've got 4 South Africans, 2 Englishmen, 2 Fijians, a Georgian, an Australian, an Irishman and an Argentinian. 11 out of their 23 are French. I'm just doing a quick bit of maths. I think 18 of Colomiers' team Our French, Caleb Timu is not one of them. The Australian international drops the ball. Uncharacteristic.
Very uncharacteristic of a player that normally does not make any mistakes like that. Putting his team back under pressure. They've given Brive a few opportunities to score. Sooner or later, they're going to take them.
Sounds like the stadium is absolutely bouncing. Brass bands are fired up. Still 0-0 as we close in on 15 minutes. This is round 23. We're taking you right through until one team reaches the promised land of the top 14. 30 rounds of regular season games. That's before the playoffs. Jamie Shilcock, first year, and he signed for this team because he wants to be in the top flight. He came from the Premiership. He wants top 14 rugby. Everyone connected with Brive does. What can they do? Fenter to Galtier. Inside ball from Shilcock. The ball is slow. One out runners again. Ooh. Oh, that ball was there for a lift. They thought about it. Galtier with quick ball this time. Vuaka plays scrum half. Follows the ball in, Laws. Just denied one try. Another turnover. Delpy exploiting the space in the backfield.
He can't kick the ball.
With a run-up. Well tackled by Delpy, chasing his own kick. Took down the big man. I suppose when you have to tackle Emmanuel Meafou in training, that's no big deal. Théo Giral. He was the fly half when Delpy was back with Toulouse. At full back this evening. Adelaide. He will be playing in the top 14 next season, whatever happens with these two sides. Olding cannot take it at the back, knock on.
Interesting scrum position for Colomiers. They've had one opportunity in the 22 of Brive so far. Lineout didn't function on that one, so this is another big opportunity for them.
Caleb Timu whacking Stuart Olding. Brive's attack, Joe. Every time they go beyond one pass, they seem to have their rucks a bit under-resourced and lacking the confidence with their handling.
Yeah, I think their attacking style, the shape they've gone for in this one is basically like a Toulouse style in terms of they got two blocks of forwards who are carrying the ball, just playing off 9, playing close to the ruck until they generate go forward. I mean, they can run shapes, they can run different moves around those blocks, but they're just trying to create go forward. When they get fast ball, they go to the width. But like we saw, they did create some fast ball, went to the width, and they had a turnover straight away on Crone. So it's not. It's more when they decide to go wide, and maybe they're not creating enough fast ball with the forwards. It's probably some of the issues they have around their attack. Colomiers currently are not firing all cylinders either. Their exit game has not been good. They played a lot of this game in their own half. They've only been in the Brive 22 seriously once, so they'll be looking to build on what they are, where they are now, starting with a great launch play and a solid scrum.
Well, Danglot, one of the new signings for Colomiers this season. Signed from Toulon, I should say. It's been a really busy addition to the squad. Timu flips him the ball. It goes out the back. Delpy wangs it to the right wing. Not seen a lot of Delormel so far. Taken into touch. Pharrell Delomel, who got his first try of his professional career in the last round, and his 7th ever appearance.
Watch him dodge Tuitavaki here. Yeah, Tuitavaki just launches himself into tackles, occasionally missing them. I don't know what he does after
a good
that.
effort.
It's like he's trying to put his head in a hole or something. His attempt to stay on the pitch. So penalising a Colomiers player, Timo apparently, for coming in from the side. So they're running their exit play there, a 5-man line out, hitting into that seam, that 15-metre line halt between the guys who are 10 metres back and the back of the line out. Trying to generate fast ball and then kick with tempo, but one of the Colomiers players came in and disrupted the ball from an illegal position according to the referee. We'll see it here. So ripping it out, they attack that seam, that space between there. And it's a bit harsh actually. Crone loses that ball, but Timo's trying to get onside and it just bounces off his feet. Penalty's a little bit harsh.
The lift did not keep Fenter up. Just dipped as the ball was getting to him. That one will always go down as a hooker's mistake. Having played hooker a bit, those are the ones that annoy you as a hooker. Doesn't matter nonetheless. Brive have got another opportunity to get towards Colomiers 22. Still nil-nil.
Yeah, this time number 3 has been penalised for not rolling away in the tackle. They're going to try the 3 this time.
So having turned down a much, much easier kick directly in front of the posts, just outside the 22. It's Kaleta. Yeah, Simatoga just trying to get out of the way. Kaleta did well with that.
Good eyebrow action from Shilcock there.
Yeah. Oh, he's launched that. First points on the board from Jamie Shilcock from 48 metres. Is there a wind blowing, do you think, Joe?
There is. You can see the flag fluttering. You see hairs moving around on the sideline. I think there is a wind blowing. Not sure how strong it is exactly.
I'm assuming that Brive have the benefit of it in this first half.
Yeah, if you can bang them from there, it must be something going their way. Listen, Colomiers are not playing that well at the moment. Brive are putting pressure on them. Scrum time's not great for Brive, but line out, they're really, really getting on them. And Colomiers' exits aren't working very well.
That restart will not be one. And Brive will fancy Courtney Laws. Always a nuisance in the breakdown. He slowed it up. Théod Lachaud just gets beyond the tackle. That looked forward from Delpy. Kicked ahead from Bazin.
Why did he just pass it? Man, as a forward, if you kick the ball, it's got to work, or you're going to be hammered by everybody. Just run at him and pass the ball to the winger. On his inside shoulder.
Tuitavaki on his outside, and he had support coming through on his inside. Courtney Law's the go-to in this line-out. Spins and forms the wedge that's going through Colomiers. Thomas Adelaide, a nuisance of himself again, but controlled. De Silva rolls off the back. And Hondre Stassen just managed to avoid the penalty being given against his team as the nudge is through. Colomiers waiting in the backfield. Giral. Attempted offload to Ivuaka with an offload. Ben Tapawai. Game is loosened up.
Great kick.
That's a lovely nudge. Tuitavuki's got nowhere to go.
Nice.
He does well.
That's a great kick as well. Yeah, a bit of life in that one. Got some energy moving. Brive are a team that can really slow the ball down at the moment. Colomiers, you've seen them being a bit frustrating with their attack. Back row kicking the ball instead of playing it in the hands. I don't know what they're doing. They're not quite firing all cylinders. Brive are upsetting them. Lucky not to get penalised there, Brive. But again, offload bounces off the head of Crone.
Laws with the attempted lift down the blind side. Taken quickly by Colomiers. This game is speeding up, sparking into life. We know how good Colomiers can be in attack. Ray Nutu. I've not said Ray Nutu's name yet this evening. He's normally at the absolute fulcrum of everything good about Colomiers. And they've pinned Brive right back and have a line out on the 5, and Teo Giral still looking for a quick one.
Nice. That was much more like the Colomiers we know. Speed of mind. Really good play. Taking that option in the back with a kick into the coffin corner. Obviously, Brive contest it 5 meters from their line. They've got 3 really good line out forwards. So against a team like that, it's very difficult to win your ball.
Plantere, Coletta, Laws. Yeah, they've got some units they can fire up in the air. They are going to compete. It goes straight down onto the deck to Adelaide. Brive working hard. Opportunity to roll off the side. Taylor Show, hands on the ball. There's penalty advantage as Danglo finds Thomas Adelaide, who's going to go over. Dives for the first score of the game. Top 14 bound Thomas Adelaide could be making sure and taking a big step towards making sure his teammates join him in the top league as well.
Yeah, you saw they didn't jump, because one issue about when you're competing really hard and defending really hard is the lifters, and everybody's looking to lift and react to what the opposition are doing. So sometimes if you take quick ones around the front or over the top, or like we saw there, a quick one to the jumper who didn't actually jump, that's the way you get round these defences that are really focused. They've got multiple blocks, everyone's engaged in trying to defend. That's when you've got to look for little opportunities like we saw there to get around that issue. From that, it's really easy to set up a dangerous maul because you're on the floor. That front 3, I find it very easy to get a tight link. The next 3 can come in and you get a dangerous maul like the one we just saw.
So we've had to wait for the first try. The first points from Brive, the first try from Colomiers, the extras added. 7-3. There's some chat at the minute about the Six Nations games just bubbling away in the background. Joe Worsley will have his take on the games coming up this weekend at half-time. So as you're grabbing a brew during the break, make sure you keep us on. I guess that's the beauty of this. You can just take your phone with you. I know a lot of people watch on the TV.
Ooh. A loose ruck. Referee was shouting "Jeu play" because he felt the ball had come out. It did look like the ball was still underneath the leg.
Interesting. Jamie Shilcock going for the corner.
Yeah, it's a bit of a...
Having just gone for a 48-metre penalty.
Yeah, really poor presentation from the ball carrier. Setting up those exit lineouts, he's just got to be steady, set it up, no danger, don't expose the ball, give your teammates time to come support you. Poorly done from Colomiers. Again,
Look
exit, mess up.
Oh, obstruction.
La cale, si elle veut être là, elle doit pousser droit, elle doit pas enfermer des bleus. Là, il pousse en travers et vient enfermer des bleus.
So they're saying one of the Brive players, didn't get the number, was pushing the Colomiers players out of the way before from the wrong side of the ball. I'm sure we're going to see it shortly.
Yeah, big error. They were set with that one. They even had the big man
Does look like a win there, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Flag fluttering
They
on
even
the
had the
line
big man
judge.
Tui Iwuaka in the mall with them for that one as well.
Yeah, I guess they're saying Courtney just burst in there past the ball. I don't know. Hard to see from that angle.
Another steal. Mathis Galtier. Finds Abdeladze. Bounces off his man. And the little half-metre physical battles being won by Brive. But when they go an extra pass, more often than not, that's been the outcome. And it puts them right under pressure again.
Did you hear the perfectly Pierre-Henri Broncon shout out, merde, as the pass looped through the air into the Colomiers player's hands?
That was a terrible pass.
But again, you're seeing the Brive team, their line-out defence is very good because they have a number of good line-out forwards. Intelligent ability to mirror and move and block players. They spend a lot of time on that.
Oh, dear me, Teo Le Show is not going to be able to get to the dead ball line in time.
Wow, just gave it a bit too much.
Hooker on the run.
Plus vite, s'il vous plaît. Plus vite. Le ballon est là.
Not sure what it is, Joe, about some of the fact we broadcast live, but a number of games like error strewn on this Thursday night. I think it's just they pick genuinely good matchups where it's in the balance late into games. That's been our experience of the last few rounds, and it's going that way tonight. Stuart Olding managing to win this one.
Yeah, currently the Colomiers are not firing all cylinders. Part of that's getting shut down by Brive with the lineout and the kicking game. It's dragged the game down, to less of a flow and event than we've seen in some other matches. Ooh.
Oh, Mathis Galtier. I'm not sure exactly what happened at the back of that maul. There's all sorts going on.
Yeah, Stassen, wonderful guy, great South African player, but he's the guy in the squad who always hurts the other players. And you saw Stuart Olding there sliding in. I think he got kneed in the face. Oh, a last-minute dodgy move from the foot of the prop. Watch this now.
Abdeladze.
You can't see it there. He just catches his head on his face.
Yeah, that's a mismatch, isn't it? A lock on Stuart Olding. Not a fair matchup.
There's always a guy in the squad, though, isn't there, that injures everybody else?
100%, yeah.
There's always that guy who steps on your feet.
Steps on your feet, that's the one in lineouts. The guy that steps always.
Yeah, touch rugby, he just smashes you in the ribs.
Yeah.
Knee drops you by accident during a ruck drill. Stassen's that guy for the Brive team.
I had a teammate, in fact, shall I say who he is? I had a teammate where he was so competitive that touch rugby always ended up in punch-ups.
Yeah, I think in the UK, touch rugby is one of the primary sources of inter-team fighting.
Yeah. Oh, I don't mind. I'm going to tell you who it is in a minute. Someone connected with the England camp. I'll tell you now. Joel Abd, England's defence coach. Well, he was England's defence coach. I'm not exactly sure what his role is now. But Joel Abd,
just causing fights and training.
Joel Abd is the most competitive man I've ever played with, and that's what made him brilliant. But so he would, it would always end in a fight. Fists of fury. After 10 minutes of touch with Joel Abd. Brive are not really on it, is a comment here. Thank you, Jolly Hargreaves. Yeah, Colomiers aren't either. One of these teams, when they click, it's going to be a beautiful thing. We've seen glimpses of it from Colomiers. Brive have turned down two very kickable pens. Could have been ahead on the scoreboard. Looking to set up a position to exit, you'd think. Yeah, Mathis Gaultier likes it now. The chase is on down that 15-metre channel. Kick is deep. Time for Théo Giral. And the ball is quick for Danglo. It's Delpy. Holding onto the left peg, 50-22. Lovely nudge.
Yeah, that option from Delpy, those chips. I mean, there's Jalibert maybe, some player can do that, but normally that happens. It's such a high-risk option. I don't think it's one you should take in that scenario who's in whatsoever. He should have gone for either a contestable or even counterattacked, as they could have got some go forward. That just the worst option to take, I think, was that one.
Well, there's 6 Ulstermen in the Irish 23. Stuart Olding, former Irish cap, former Ulsterman, 8th season at Brive now. It's only his 2nd game of the season at fullback. He's most often deployed in the 10 jersey. It's Brive. Get a rumble. This one goes to deck. The ball is available by the look of it. Mathis Gaultier going to be able to recycle. Colomiers' defence bounce out and into the line. Direct route again from Fenter. Stassen, South African teammates in tandem, bouncing out, and again it's low risk, power-based rugby from Brive so far as they go to the edge on this occasion. Tui Vuaka spills it inside. Nick Crone, is that taken into touch?
Yeah, definitely. Well defended at the end. Brive got pretty close there, just through pure power running, like you said.
It was good defence, in fairness. 5 Colomiers men round those 2 Brive runners. Scrambled well.
Yeah, difficult exit line out on your 5-metre line. Dangerous line out defence. Then you can throw over the top to the block there. Probably the safest option, but will Brive mark that up with a +1? Be all over that throw over the top. So often teams will go for a 2-man line out. Let's see what they do here. The 2-man line out, if they cover the man over the top, you can win the ball quite easily in the line out. If they put a block up against you, then you can normally go over the top, as we're seeing here.
Yeah, short line out. You think Colomiers can go straight over the top? Yeah. Team who's waiting for it. They'll probably come back to the right one phase and then exit.
Courtney was on that enough.
Courtney Laws. Evergreen.
This is a good example of that. He's predicting, anticipating where the ball's going to fall, being there, and just the speed at which he locks onto the ball. Yeah, I mean, he's different to Jack Willis or players like that in terms of how low those guys get. But Courts just gets his hands on that ball so quickly, and once they're very rarely will lose that battle.
So good.
So fast on that tiny window of opportunity. Again, exits. When you're that carrier, you've got to try and control when you go to deck. There, he just carried hard, got chopped, went boom, down. Gave Courtney that millisecond window, which he took.
We're nearly at half-time as Jamie Shilcock steps up. 9 irons it through the middle, 7-6. Joe Worsley with his thoughts on the Six Nations rugby coming up this weekend in just a moment. The Brive fans have travelled. The Ultras, what are they like, Joe, the Brive Ultras?
I think there's different bands, there's different groups, there's like 3 or 4 different fan associations. There's a long history of hundreds of years of support for Brive, so it's splintered into different groups. That's 100% Kuju, the biggest of them. Kuju's the cow, the mascot.
Fenter fights for the extra couple of metres. If Colomiers just, sorry, not Colomiers, if Brive had just taken the penalties that were on offer, they would have been ahead on the scoreboard at this point. And they haven't looked convincing when they have tried to open up. Power game is where they do have an edge, as Timu tries to open things up. Teo Giral with a...
He ain't Ramos.
No, that was a... Yeah,
Oh
I think
my God.
they've been watching France and just imagining they can do the same stuff.
I mean, Timu, the offload was
Yeah, it's not on.
debatable. There's no debate in that kick after. What the hell? Here we go.
I like that they back themselves.
C'est bon pour un homme.
If Tomo Ramos had done it, it would have landed perfectly for Tuitaluki. Not to break stride. Pesson, he's been a real menace at line-out. Adelaide on the Colomiers side has been a total menace as well, but I think he's come through illegally on this occasion. Brive will have another penalty.
What do you do here? Take the
Some
points again?
fisticuffs on the deck.
Can you ring your bell? Not enough.
I feel bad for having rung the bell. I don't feel it was justified on that occasion. I'm going to retract the bell. I'm going to save it for when it's really, really worth it.
We're going for the try again.
They are going for the try.
It's quite a difficult kick, that one. Quite wide.
Non, non, vous êtes à l'extérieur.
So just talking to Adelaide about why he gave the penalty away. He said you went round the outside. You weren't bound.
That band in Colomiers has not stopped this evening.
With Bandosh.
Lucas da Silva, prolific try scorer last season, and he's got himself well positioned, but Colomiers repelled the first drive illegally again. Another penalty. Can Brive capitalise?
Avantage bleu. Avantage blanc.
Stassen
Bleu qui sort.
takes two Colomiers runners with him. The ball will be quick this time. What can they do with it? Stacked up behind, the defence good. Flicked. Holding to Tisserand. Galtier hits short. Manful defence from Colomiers.
On revient là-bas. Dans un mal, vous pouvez pousser, mais vous ne pouvez pas sortir volontairement un joueur du mal.
I think he penalised Adelaide for throwing a player out of the maul. The Colomiers defence is actually really good on that maul. Adelaide just manhandled somebody. That's why I think he's a fantastic player. I'm not sure who got penalised exactly. Maybe it was him. But I felt the Colomiers defence was good there. They split the front group of three. Got straight in there and Adelaide threw one of them on the floor, but I'm pretty sure that could not have been the penalty. Big moment this, huh? Big moment before half-time.
Yeah, really big. Brive have done lots of things really well. But they haven't looked like they've got that cutting edge. The maul, they've stacked it. Plenty of men in this line-out. It's untidy. I'll tell you what, Galtier's just got an absolute whack from Guillaume Tartas. It's Courtney Laws. Runs over Jean Thomas. Stassen round the corner, pulled to deck. Colomiers got their whole team on their feet. And I think you can tell from the way Colomiers are defending, they know this is a big moment. As we're in the red. Rolling past 41 minutes now. Brive, space on the edge. Shilcock finds Tapouai. Stassen again. Offering himself as a carrier again and again. Coletta now. Against his former teammates. Fenter. Now there's space. Tapouai makes the extra man. Tisserand manages to keep the ball alive. The defence is huge from Colomiers.
Wow. That is a big sequence of defence. Huge. Brive actually created a nice attack there, but Colomiers really dealt with it. That is the kind of half-time pep up, a big moment for him. Really interesting to see. I think Brive were trying to say it was a high tackle, but no, it was just good defence.
Wow.
That was cool. I love Adelaide. He just throws people around. There's a great shot of him. I'm sure they probably won't show it again earlier in that sequence of defence. One of the Brive support players comes in, tries to take him out on the side of a ruck. He just picks him up and just throws him to the side like a piece of trash.
Coletta knows this pitch well.
Here we go. Isn't it?
À notre image un peu, première mi-temps, on est à pas mal de scories, on tente des choses un peu impossibles. On sort pas de notre camp.
Yeah, so first half we're trying impossible things.
On arrive à se créer des opportunités. Donc avec le vent deuxième mi-temps, qu'on garde ça et qu'on
Yeah, with the wind at half time, we're going to try and do better. So yeah, if they're talking about the wind, it must be a factor. Maybe that's one of the reasons their exits have been so poor. The wind doesn't look that substantial, but if he's bringing it up as a half-time, important element at half-time, then it could be a big deal.
I think we're getting Mathis Galtier. Looks like he's walking over to the boards.
Cette première période, il y a des regrets de ne pas réussir à reprendre le score en ayant joué avec le vent.
Bah forcément, il y a des regrets. On domine, on est à 7-6, on est mené d'un point. Mais je pense qu'on a
So we felt we're dominating.
Sur lesquels on ne capitalise pas. On fait un avant-bête sur la dernière action. On peut
Yeah, we're doing some stupid mistakes to the last actions near the line.
Que leur essai, c'est une faute bête de notre part aussi sur un ballon en touche. Ils jouent vite.
Yeah, their try was also an error from us. So we feel like we're dominating, but we're just making errors close to their line and giving them opportunities.
There you go, the thoughts of the two scrum halves. Big second half ahead. There's a whole big weekend of rugby ahead, though. So Joe Worsley's going to give us his thoughts on the Six Nations. Here we are, half-time, Colomiers against Brive.
Yeah, I'll give my score prediction for the weekend as well at the end of this piece we're about to see. Let's have a look at the statistics behind Scotland-France. See if Scotland got any hope of winning this game. That's the Scotland statistics. Let's start in the middle there, 22 entries. Compare it to the French team. 11 entries on average for the Scottish team against 15 for the French team. The French are reducing the opposition to 7 entries per match. That is really low. That's really good. Scotland a little bit more at 9. Okay, so when we come to talk about points per entry, this is going to be a very relevant statistic. France are gaining entry to opposition 22s far more often and denying the opposition entries to theirs far more than Scotland. Okay, line break, not just a symptom of good attack. Good defence can create line break. Great kick game can create line break as well. Now, this is where, again, France have a huge, huge advantage over Scotland. 10 more line breaks per match, nearly double, well, over double, sorry, the line breaks that Scotland make per game, okay, whilst at the same time conceding a similar amount. Okay, Scotland now moving on to turnovers. This is one area where Scotland might have a bit of an advantage because they concede just 8 turnovers per game. I think one of the lowest in the Six Nations. And opposition are giving up 15 against them. Okay, so this is a sign of a team that can force turnovers and not give up many. Now, you look at the French alongside that, 20 turnovers. Similar number of forced turnovers on the opposition, but 20 turnovers given by them. This is a product of their high offloading. When they accelerate the play, they can take risks. It's part of their DNA. Okay, but one consequence of doing this all the time, the Toulouse team, for example, give up a lot of turnovers, but they're very, very good at shutting them down afterwards, as are the French team. Okay, kicking game. We talked about this as a vital part of any game. The Scottish team, on average, kick a lot less than several of the big nations. And you can see the statistics here. Opposition are kicking a lot more against Scotland, and Scotland are kicking less to them. Okay, France are pretty balanced with a kick ratio, so per minute of ball in possession, they're just kicking a shade under 2 kicks per minute, okay, which is around about where you want to be, around about 2. Scotland are much lower at 1.3, which means they're playing a lot more. Will this expose them to turnover opportunities, or will they manage to maintain such a high level? Some of the levels we saw against England, for example, that allow them to score tries. Okay, that's going to be a vital part of their game against the French team. Let's look at points per entry now. This is where there's going to be a big turn. If France maintain what they've done in the last 3 games against Scotland, Scotland have no hope, basically. Okay, with the entries and what they do inside the 22, 2.7 points per entry. Okay, that's pretty high. Scotland are just doing 2.2. So if you take off the 4 extra entries and the points on top of that, that's a huge difference already. Then you look at when they concede, how many points they concede. France are conceding just 1.6 per entry into the 22, on top of an already low figure on entries. This is where France are really killing it at the moment, reducing teams to such a low, just over 10 points per match. It's incredibly low for the rugby we're playing these days. Look at the Scotland team, that's more normal. 9 entries per match, okay, for the opposition. 2.3 points per entry. Okay, now this statistic's a big one. Okay, reasons for getting the 22 we could talk about them for hours, but this big one here, if that carries on, the trend continues, Scotland have no chance. All right, penalties. Scotland conceding and receiving 11 per match. The games France have been involved in have had much more ball in play, much less penalty count, and as a result, you can see the statistics there. I don't think, again, there's not a huge difference between the two. Neither team's looking like it's got a big advantage in terms of penalties given away or a big disadvantage in terms of penalties conceded. Let's go to offloads. Scotland averaging 5 per game, giving up 4. France 18 per game. 18 offloads per game. Just blow everyone else out of the water. They're giving up 8 offloads per match, which is pretty high compared to some of the other teams, but relative to what they're doing, 18 offloads per game is one of the reasons that line break stats so high. It's one of the reasons they're so dangerous. They create these offloads which can lead to line breaks, which can lead to complete line breaks with support, scoring tries from far out. Okay, that's one of the reasons they get these 22 entries. The other reason, traditional forcing penalties, mauling, kicking into the opposition 22, grinding them down, scoring tries. Yeah, they're doing that as well. But they're also creating these incredible moments, partly through their offloading, partly through their ability to win the one-on-one. Okay, behind that line break, behind that flood in the channel, behind that scoring. These are many amazing tries we see in every game. Now, look at those statistics. Let's break out now to look at some of the video that show these statistics in what they are on the pitch. Let's look at the stats in action. Penalties, giving up too many penalties. These kind of opportunities, France will do the same thing. Okay, they do the same thing. Play it quickly, play on top, get momentum into your 22. And we've already talked about in the 22, France are deadly with a high points per entry. Again, here we're going to see what Scotland need to do to France from contestable and kicking opportunities, obviously winning the ball, but then behind that, their game style, their plan, the way of playing phase after phase. Here's phase 1. We're going to see phase 2, but they play 5, 6, 7, 8 phases until they get into the opposition 22, all through high quality passing, depth, running onto the ball. Okay, great execution of ruck. Okay, and through all those areas, they get all the way to the 5 metre, but then 12, 13, 14 phases in on the 5 metre line, turn over again. This is what they need to do well against France in the 22, raise that points per entry. Okay, and again here, another opportunity in the 20, maul fail, followed by a fail interception. They need to raise their points per entry. Okay, let's look at France on the other hand. Line breaks, 1 line break already from a counter-attack off a kick with a poor chase, and then balls quick. The defense is a little bit tight. Jalibert's read it in behind the defensive line, floats through that space, offload, try. Okay, no need for a maul, no need for loads of phases on the 5 metre line. They're capable of scoring a number of tries per match like this. Okay, again, counter-attack, massive moment when you kick to this French team. You have to be ready with a quality kick and a quality chase, or we've already had 2 offloads, that's 3, there's 4. Okay, and we're going to try a 5th off the floor. But they actually get it wrong. Boom, turnover. This is one of this high turnover rate we talked about with France, but they're good at shutting it down out the back. And Wales attack poorly. Scotland have to attack really well, because here, Wales turn over and bam, France are off again. This will happen to Scotland if they don't play these turnover opportunities that France will give them. They will give them. Okay, they have to play them well. And again here, kick, bounces around a bit. Bielberry gets it, offload. Second offload off the floor. Fast ruck ball, everyone's read it and they're floating through. They don't need to worry about the maul. They don't need to worry about taking their time. They're a team that can just accelerate and rip to shreds and score like that from distance. Okay, now Scotland v France are going to have to play like Wales did there. We took away most of the play, but they had 5 great phases of great attack, gets them an entry into the 22, where Scotland are going to have to be efficient. And again, one more time, another turnover. These are going to come their way, these turnover opportunities. But you can see here how France react well to turnovers. They've got back, they've got connected, they're taking the line speed right off, they're waiting, getting ready. Now the ball's slowing down a bit. You can see them coming up a bit harder, a bit faster, a bit more pressure on that Wales team. Again, slow ball, slow at the ruck. Many teams might go to a kicking option here. Again, Scotland will play and will go for it. France, bam. Isolated runner, back on his feet, jackal penalty. Tap into the 22, you're going to get a maul. They've got a deadly maul. And if they don't score from the maul, they can score like that. Their points per entry is really high because of those dangers. They can score from far, they can score from the maul, and they can score when they get in the 22. Scotland, you have to stop all those areas. That is my summary of what I reckon is going to happen this weekend.
Fascinating stuff, Joe. That is the game we've got coming up next. Provence against Colomiers. It looks like the rain's coming in Toulouse at the minute. It's been a beautiful couple of days in the UK. I know you're back in the UK at the minute with the top 14 taking a break. It's been lovely.
Sun cream on my face.
And go and check out.
The second one's coming out. The second one's coming out.
Yeah, episode 2
awesome.
is going to be out of our tour in the Basque Country. We went to see Biarritz live, and then our intention was to go to Dax against Mont-de-Marsan. But it took a little bit of a different turn, an unexpected turn. It was lots of fun.
We got sidelined. It involved beer and English rugby players.
Speaking of England and France coming together, Roast Beef Rugby, our friends there, they've got loads of great coverage of top 14, Pro D2, French rugby in general, out there at the grounds. So I'd highly recommend going and making sure you subscribe to them as well. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel here because we've got the full Pro D2 running. We're in round 23 at the minute, right through to round 30, then the barrage, and then we got semi-finals, and eventually the Pro D2 final, where the winner, just like Montauban last year, that amazing story.
A bloody story.
Yeah, it still stings with
I'm still
former
annoyed
Brive
with
defence coach Joe Worsley.
Yeah, having a team that was in a great place, stuffing Grenoble, and then giving everyone weeks off, and then rolling into that game half-cooked. Yeah, not happy about it still, but hey, that's sport for you. Anyway, I mean, I don't think France is going to be half-cooked going into this Scotland game. I think my score prediction would be 33-17 to France.
Mine was similar, actually. I put a prediction down earlier today at, it was 33-25, or no, 32-24. So about eight points in France to get into the 30s. That seems to be the standard now. For like France, South Africa always seem to get 30 points into the 30s.
I mean, they're averaging 41 in this.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, the French are averaging 41, but I think Scotland home advantage, not many turnovers, a bit tighter than some of the other teams, the Welsh team, for example. So the Welsh team skews it a bit, so adaptive for that. But hey, it's going to be a French victory, I think, pretty solidly.
Italy?
England, Italy, I reckon there's going to be one score in it. I reckon like 25, 21, something like that.
I really hope you're wrong, Joe. That's going to be properly nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I reckon England win, but, I mean, by one score. I mean, I'll be looking at the stats, so I was looking for that England-France game, how we're going to predict that, how we're going to call that. So when these stats from the weekend happen, I've got a great piece to come out that's going to... We're going to dive down on that and to try and predict what's going to happen in Paris.
Just please win, lads. Just win this weekend. I know for the rest of the rugby world and for rugby in general, an Italian win would be a great story. And everyone other than England fans want it.
Yeah,
please.
I don't want that at all.
Please.
I think, oh man, it's going to be interesting to see. But even looking at the stats already, thinking about some of those French stats, the offloading, the line breaks, 7 entries per match. They're reducing the opposition. England are actually getting quite a few entries into the opposition 22.
They're the most prolific. They're the only team that have got more 22 entries than France. They just have been...
Yeah, they're diabolical inside it. They get the average of 2 points per game, and they're giving up 3. They're giving up 3 points per match to the opposition when they get into their 22. So if you take that form into the France game, who get about 15 entries per game as well, that's 45 points. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Well, I reckon they need Joe Worsley, defence coach for England. That'd be...
They've got enough coaches already, I think.
I think they definitely have. Right, here we go. The second half's underway. It's a tight game. Just the one try for Colomiers, 2 penalties for Brive. Really, really important game. It's Colomiers, who've won 9 out of 11 at home, trying to extend that proud record. Not a good start. Courtney Laws, he was excellent in the first half, snaffling turnovers. He might have made up for his error, but he did knock it on from the restart, giving Colomiers some early momentum. Danglo, who's busy around the base. Delpy, back in Colomiers colours, on loan from Toulouse. But a penalty early.
Yeah, I'll take the 3 here.
You have all your chats at half-time as a coach, and then players go out and just do basic things wrong, Joe.
Yeah, I didn't actually see the close-up of that penalty. Stassen's shouting at himself, so I'm assuming he's involved in some way. Yeah, courts won't be happy with that as a sit-up for a player of his calibre. That was good. They got go forward there. Brive player was nearly on the ball to Silva. But the phase after is where Brive gave away a penalty. Very kickable, right in front of the post. The kind of penalty you should never give away.
Teo Giral, we saw his attempted Ramos.
His attempted Ramos.
A Ramos football kick. Let's see if he does the one a little bit more conventionally from the tee. 112 points to his name. Can add 3 to that. Colomiers have done exceptionally well. They're on 72 points. And it's off the back of this home record, but it's the wins they've picked up on the road which has catapulted them into the top 2.
Yeah, this year, I've been really impressed with them this year. Their coaching staff look like they're doing a great job. I'm sure they'll go a long way.
Timu picked that one up off his shins almost as he was in the air. Tartas. Plantere. And that man, Thomas Adelaide. Joe raves about him every time he sees the guy. Clean set, clean exit. What's the chase line?
I think he hit his own teammate there.
Oh, dearie me.
Simple pénalité. Joueur dans la chute, contact indirect.
I think Nu slammed his teammate there. This horrible one that when someone's chasing from the blind, they chase up and the players run away. They chase them from behind and then the player comes the other way across it. You get these big impacts sometimes.
A lot of moustaches in the crowd. They look like they've all come as Teo Giral. Oh dear. Ray Nutu. His looked like his pelvis just connected with, who's that, Teo Lachaud?
He thrust his crutch into his head at high velocity. Friends and family having a...
Yeah, that's the hooker. I can't remember the guy's name now.
The Argentinian?
No. Oh, it was... Yeah, maybe there's been a change to there's been a change, isn't there, to the announced team. I think that was Tom Alaria, who was meant to be on the, was named on the bench. But on comes, yeah, Pablo Dimchev, who obviously the team was named and then Dimchev maybe became available for, or maybe
not picked for the weekend.
Laria was out and Dimchev came back from Italy. He has been with the Italian squad. You can see the wind. I'm trying to look at the assistant referee's flag.
Yeah, it looks pretty limp there, doesn't it?
Look limp, or if anything, it was going Brive's way. Line-out has been one area that Brive have bested Colomiers.
Ooh, space there.
Back on the angle. Into the 22 again. 4 forwards tight together, as Joe Worsley says. They're running with the 2 packs of forwards. Caletta takes on Dimchev.
That's how I think he had that.
Down.
Oh, it's a little bit hard. I think he was on that before Caletta hit the deck. It was a dominant tackle as well. I think with those kind of dominant tackles, you should give a bit more leeway. Some hit.
Le tir rentré, point. Ouais, il y a le tir aussi.
I hope that's not fire.
Yeah, what is that?
I guess it's the
heating.
the heating extraction. But hey,
Me and Joe are not technical.
he's finding it riveting, the producer.
Jamie Shilcock brings it back to a 1-point game, 10-9.
How many times does Jamie Shilcock raise his eyebrow before he takes a kick? I reckon about 30 times.
Oh, Thomas Adelaide is a specs wearer then, when he's not got his contacts in it. But I mean, as we've established in previous weeks, France is the country
Yeah,
to be in if you
bold
want
glasses.
bold,
Yes.
stylish eyewear.
He's
They're
probably got
clearly
some
looking, they're
luminous-
moving the fans away, and something's overheating. We'll keep an eye on that one. If anyone knows what that contraption was or what might be going on, please let me know in the chat. I haven't got a foggiest. Colomiers do not look happy with that one. Tartas.
Le bleu est au sol et ramène le ballon.
So, I think Henko Venter was on the ball, and then one of the Colomiers players on the floor played it. When you're on the floor, you can't play the ball. Bit of lip, bit of talk back. Another 10 metres.
And you can add another 30 metres onto that with the kick. Costly error. Let's have a look.
He went back for a second bite, but I think he's okay. I'm not sure the ruck had formed by that point.
Henko Venter signed from Glasgow Warriors for this season, his seventh start tonight, and that could be a significant turnover. Courtney Laws at the tail. Venter on the ball. Feeds it to De Silva.
Même molle. Avantage, 5 bleus.
Adelaide in at the side. Another penalty. Had nothing but pens in this second half so far. Tapawai. And then wild pass.
That was a wild one. Still going though.
To Ivuaka. Barrels his way to midfield. It's going nowhere.
That's another 3 points coming their way.
Discipline sur les ballons portés, s'il vous plaît. Discipline sur les ballons portés, le 5 qui vient en travers, s'il vous plaît.
That's a
Grimace
warning.
from 4.
Very brief question that's come in for you, Joe. It says, if your next match is on a Thursday, how much does that interfere with your normal weekly training pattern for these teams?
So the boys would, Thursday's a bit of an arse. Some teams would actually train on the Saturday, but normally you would have played probably the Friday before. You don't play 2 Thursdays in a row. So a lot of teams play the Friday. They'll train Sunday, Monday, have a light session on the Wednesday, then into the match on Thursday.
Brive get that at the second attempt, but not what they wanted. They were set for a maul.
Sortez. Derrière, s'il vous plaît.
Pesson follows Coletta in. Brive want to make this an arm wrestle.
Avantage.
And they've got another penalty advantage. Colomiers just got the warning. Discipline is really costing them. Can Brive make it pay? We had a big moment just before half-time where Brive couldn't punch it in. Colomiers with heroic defence. Coletta waiting. Venter. Ben Tapawai is out waiting with Shilcock. if they want to go. They're keeping it with the forwards. Galtier just sat in the pocket waiting till Colomiers' defence has folded in. Galtier wants it. He's asking for the ball. It's slow. Opportunity missed. Colomiers organise themselves. Fenter. Another, I don't know if it's the same advantage or new advantage, but Tuivuaka. Galtier wants his forwards to go to the right. You can still see Shilcock and Tapawai waiting. Are they needed? They inch closer. And we are inches. Coletta, the captain.
What's he doing there? What was he doing? Did he just pick it up and flop onto his own teammates?
It looked that way.
Must have been tired. What happened there? It was so close. Yeah, it's a big deal this. If they score and get a yellow, that could be a big turning point in this match. Honestly, this game could swing either way. It's been a bit messy. Brive are demonstrating the line-up. It's killing the Colomiers team.
Oh, look at this. The winger, Tuivuaka, with the tap pen. Barrel of a man. Is he going to be held up over the line? Just short. Brive have the ball. Courtney Laws, Pesson. Henko Fenter looks like he's going to the blind side. Oh, just short. And they've got the try. I have no idea what just happened. Galtier is celebrating. I think he's sniped round the blind side. All that effort, all those phases, all those near misses. Brive are on the board with their first try of the night, and they are ahead.
Yeah, definitely. I think Galtier, Henko Fenter didn't quite make it. Galtier was supporting him. Here, Galtier comes in there. Just dives over that left-hand side. Voila!
I don't remember. I know Galtier, Fabien, was an international caliber scrum half. Oh, the bomb squad's on.
Again, one of the Brive have got strength and depth. Bringing on Fiji internationals and other quality players, Argentinian internationals.
It's just very cool when you get 6 replacements going on all at the same time.
Yeah, coaches feel like they've done something amazing.
Yeah. Colomiers haven't been here too often at home. Boudou, Fraisenon, Ricard, Murray, Sadrugu and Verdu. And I think the Argentine international Correa Marchetti all on for Brive. Tuivuaka at the other end, he was taking the 5 metre. Oh no, that's not Tuivuaka.
Miles Edwards has come on.
It's one of the replacements, yeah. Yeah, Miles Edwards. Right, he is on for Colomiers. The other Englishmen, aside from Courtney Laws and Jamie Shilcock, on show. Guillaume Sartas. His night's work is done. Him and Simatoga did quite well in the scrum. We didn't see many of them.
Ooh.
Brive have really put pressure on the line out. It's obviously got Colomiers thinking they've got to do something different. They went over the top. It didn't work out. And we are going to have a scrum now.
Yeah, we'll see how the bomb squad are going to deal with this first scrum. And here we're seeing shots of the Brive line-out dominating.
It's been the differential between the two, isn't it?
Yeah, in a scrappy match, it certainly has. Forcing Colomiers to take other options like the one there, which was catastrophically executed.
Nick Crone passing the messages. I think he's moved inside to inside centre with Ben Tapaway going off. Stuart Olding's got a nice shiner brewing under his right eye.
Flexion.
Verdu, the new scrum half, it's gone straight down. Penalty. Is that on the far side, maybe called in by the assistant referee?
Yeah, the set piece is suffering in the second half for Colomiers. Lineout's been suffering the whole game, but if the scrum becomes an issue, they should start to get seriously worried.
You just saw Nathan Freyson just prowling around like he owned the joint, calling out his opposite number like a boxer at a weigh-in. He clearly got the better of his opposite man there, did the Brive loosehead, and it set up this opportunity just inside Colomiers' half. Contested for by Colomiers at line-out time. That's a collectible. Tui Vuaka kicking. Just staying in touch, Danglo. Miles Edwards out the back. A little bit smoother from Colomiers. Ah, it's an intelligent kick. That was touched by Brive, I think. That'll be Colomiers' ball. Plantare's had a great season.
Yeah, he looked like he had some wheels there.
Yeah.
Gas Crone. Drew in several players, created the first fast ball. We just saw Colomiers playing like we know they can play just there. First time this game, probably.
And they don't win the ball as they intended to. But Kite tidies up at the tail. Colomiers only 4 points behind. Is it 56 minutes already? We've not really seen this. Caleb Timu, usually the man that's barreling forward, busting tackles, breaking the gain line. He has been shut down by Brive. And the energy of the replacements. Tell you what, Miles Edwards got lovely soft hands.
Hasn't he, yeah.
So Giroud looking for the offload. He's bounced up, the ball's coming back Delpy's way. Crowd asking for a high shot on Delpy. Danglo dribbles it to his replacement hooker. Dimchev shows some power through contact. They're playing on the front foot. Martin Dulon is meant to drop the ball onto his foot. It's been recycled. They've still got possession. A lot of effort. Ball spills out, tidied. Penalty advantage, slowing up the ball. They obviously just wanted the penalty. I know, I'll throw it.
Yeah, or he saw his mate in touch. What the hell was he doing with that pass there? Yeah, you're right. Miles Edwards has some lovely hands. Doué hands, we say in French. Some nice touches since he's come on the pitch. And Dimchev is such a powerful ball carrier. You've seen him carry a couple of times the reserve hooker. His throwing's not great, but his ball carrying is phenomenal.
That was like Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu-esque, that attempted dummy. Outrageous.
Not quite the gas. Again, he's come back to this.
I'm going to jump back on the chat. Was there anyone got a suggestion for what that is? No. Some school kids smoking, maybe. That'd be very French. Well, there's a new one anyway for Pro de Deux, a mechanical fire for a bingo card.
Ooh.
Over the top.
Ooh.
And taken by Brive, and they're away. And a great attacking position. Turns into a fantastic counter-attacking opportunity for Brive, who are 80 metres up the field. And if there was a moment that summed up Colomiers, and I think Brive think they might have the line-out note. That probably sums it up, the set piece.
That was not a 50-22.
No.
Was it?
No. Clearly, Colomiers are trying to, feeling like they have to force things at line-out time. As you say, Dimchev, not known for...
It was. He was just out in his own half.
Wow.
What a twist that one is. Ooh, the pompier,
Yeah,
the fireman.
Fire brigade here. Last time we saw fire brigade at a game, it was just up the road at Toulouse, getting the parachute guy out of the stand.
What a volley, huh? How do you manage doing that? Oh.
No one wants to win a line out at the minute. Sadrugu, the Fijian. Been busy since he's come on, as has Fraisenol. Explosive. Gets his knee to
That
deck.
should be a turnover.
Oh, it's a maul. Did not get his knee to deck. Whoever held him up, fair play.
He's quite a heavy lad. A little bit of fat on there. I think he was twice he said something or did something annoyed the referee.
Referee signalling that.
Ooh. What a kick.
That is a
Wow.
lovely nudge. There we go.
Oh, look at this, you're right, Tim.
What do they call, what's firemen in French?
Les pompiers.
Le pompier. Okay.
They also do the mostly ambulances as well in France.
Suggesting that it was a braai. Suggestion that our chat's very good. A new pope has been chosen.
What colour does it have to be for the Pope? Is it white?
It's white,
White
yeah.
smoke.
Very good that. Well done, Chris Drury. Delpy sits back, puts his foot through it. Did not find grass.
Yeah, it's been. I think I haven't watched Brive much recently. I think before Christmas was the last time. Oh, a Tavaki tackle there. Not quite late, but ringing the bell of the tent a little bit. I'm here. I'm going to get you again. Trying to get inside his head. I haven't watched Brive play much this year, but part of the issue with the club always was trying to get him to speed up the play. So when you get to these big championship matches and top 14, they'll be able to deal with it. But again, they're still happy here with this slow game.
They have shut down the Colomiers danger men, though. There's no argument about that. The power game. They've Ray Nutu, we've hardly mentioned. Caleb Timu's got claret and hasn't been the force that he normally is. And that's where Colomiers get their go forward. There is Ray Nutu trying to provide some of that inertia. And Timu with his bandaged head now.
Where's he going?
But yeah, this is it. Colomiers just don't have that go forward, and everything stems from that, and they're forcing it.
That was from the winger, like watching mini rugby.
Yeah. That was like old school Johnny May. when he was incredibly talented, but not international standard, before he became a legend. And it's all the way over on that left-hand wing. Tui Vuaka makes something out of nothing. Oh, my word. Valentin Delpy, how brave. Human speed bump.
And they stole it. Fair play, Delpy.
Wow.
Love a ballsy 10.
He has got guts. And he's bounced straight back up onto his feet and he's sitting in the pocket. I think he's going to let his scrum half take this kick. Danglo sticks it up. They want the ball back. This one finds grass. Shilcott shrugs off Nu'u. Delormel. I beg your pardon. Ooh. Just for a second, there was space on that edge. They get it there. Tisserand with the ball inside to Crone. It's physical. Tuatavuki needs to be careful there. Almost in at the side. He doesn't have to slow it up. The shots are raining in, and it hasn't stopped. I want to see that run from Tui Vuaka at Delpy. I'm sure that's waiting for the director to play it in a second. As Verdu sticks it up. Oh, another spillage. Breathless. Shilcott takes two men out with his pass, and here we go again. Another Colomiers player to run at. Let's go with the ball intelligently. Bounces back up. Crone in support. And now Colomiers are on the back foot. They've been forcing it. Can Brive press it? Fresinon out the back. This time going to width. Space is appearing. Defence disorganised. Tisserand manages to juggle the ball on the deck. Strange option from Verdu.
Very strange. Normally a talented decision maker. That one was strange. Right, here you go, director.
Go.
Show us.
We're going to see it now, aren't we? Oof.
C'est pas que le ball lève les bras que c'est flagrant, hein? C'est pas que le ball lève les bras que c'est flagrant, hein?
Ah, mais c'est que je suis dans l'axe, je le vois bien aussi.
I'd rather stand in front of a car.
But that 13 missed a tackle. I think, was it him who ran across the pitch earlier as well?
Yeah.
Like an idiot.
S'il vous plaît. Attendez. Attendez.
Là, sur moi, sur moi.
Reprise. Attends, Dorian, faut me dire clairement, s'il te plaît, là. J'ai pas entendu. Pardon, il y a un changement, j'ai pas entendu.
Boom for in the chat. Yeah, well deserving of that.
Le 13, il est là.
Half his size and he stopped him. It's top 2 inches sometimes, isn't it, Joe?
Well, mentally chucking yourself
Yeah,
in the
just
spokes.
putting yourself in harm's way, sticking your head in the spokes.
I think you're less risk of A, looking like an idiot, and B, getting injured.
Solid set from Brive.
C'est les blancs.
They roll off to one side. Correa Marchetti, the Argentine.
Restez bien derrière.
The other replacement prop. Fresinon just waiting, not used this time. You've got Sadrugu waiting. The Fijian gets the ball, pumps his legs. Oh, I think he thought he made it to the line. They're just inches short. The big men from the bench have been making the difference in this second half for Brive. Another penalty advantage. Got to be an opportunity. They go.
Oh my God.
Oh my word. We're going to the. Yeah, he's going to the pocket.
Was that Verdu again? Who took that option?
Yes.
Capitaine.
Yellow card.
Yep. long walk back to the
Pierre-Henri wants 3.
Robin Balmond. First time we've had Les Yeux d'Emilie played by the brass band this evening.
It is. When we go back to France, Tim, I'm going to find a brass band. We're going to follow you around playing.
I love it.
Les Yeux d'Emilie.
Brive have just won the man test this evening, really, haven't they? They've shut down Nu'u and Timu, and they haven't been particularly fluid, but they've just, well, I mean, that carry from Sadrugu just sums it up.
Yeah, he's a great, powerful ball carrier. Sadrugu, that's why he's been capped several times for Fiji. Back to the director's favourite, smoking.
Yeah, well, they haven't got the...
I'm waiting for some alien creature to come out. Liven it up.
It's dry ice and it's going to be, I don't know, like Cher, Barbara Streisand in there.
Celine Dion in France, maybe. What's happened?
Oui, il n'y a pas de souci. Il n'y a pas de problème. On recontrôlera bien que les bleus soient à 14. OK.
So he's paused the play because...
Je t'ai pas entendu, c'est moi, excuse-moi.
I think there's something official going on around that.
Oh, wow.
Steaming mass of whatever it is coming out.
Well, this...
Franchement, moi, j'ai pas l'impression.
Chat here on the chat, the smoke looks very aliens-like. Maybe I've got no idea what's going on. This is a first. Still everything to play for in this one, but the game has been stopped. Presumably, Joe, did the referee say exactly why? Was it due to the...
I couldn't hear. He was talking about before, but we were chatting about aliens and smoke and stuff, which made me miss what he's saying. But I caught the end of it. He said we're stopping the game, take time together now, which I assume is because of this issue around the alien warship that's smoking next to it, underneath the stand. An odd break in play.
Very strange.
Here we go. Overweight fireman. They're going to open it. It would be funny if an alien came out right now.
They needed to wait for that 4 gubbins. Let's see what Colette is saying.
Insistez sur les molles portées, ça va passer. Restez sur les pics 22 et après les gars maîtrise, d'accord? D'accord, maîtrise.
Yeah, this is rattling off some of the simple work-ons they've been doing for this game. Shooting defence, getting off the line, that is. Pick and go in the 22.
Has anything like this happened to you, Joe?
No, I've never had a game called... A referee got knocked out when I was playing sevens once. At this same stadium, when I was 18 years old.
No way.
Yeah, so they were being knobs, the French team were playing, and then they kept headbutting in the scrums, and the Welsh prop I was playing with said, next time that happens, bud, we're going to kick off. And it did, and it kicked off. People ran in from everywhere. The referee tried to break it up and caught a haymaker by mistake, got knocked out. And there was a policeman on the side, a gendarme, came on, arrested the guy who did it, took him off to prison straight away. The opposition, till half-time, had to play with a man down, then allowed back to 7. It's a bizarre situation, but not the same as this.
Oh, referee's getting...
Yeah, it's about security, so they're sending the players into the changing room because of player security. So obviously they think that fires are bad enough to...
Well, it's not bad enough that they need any more than the than a regulation fire extinguisher that you'd have in your office.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, better safe than sorry, but Pierre's not happy. I don't know what would happen if this game got called now. Would it be a result? Or would they have to play it again?
Well, it's gone past 60 minutes, I think. I don't know what the regulations are in France, but I think at a lot of levels, if you play 60 minutes of a game, the result stands.
Some of our viewers, can they tell us?
Uncharted
If the game is called off now, is there a result, or does it have to be replayed?
Interesting point there. If it's an electrical issue, the power may be partially cut. That might be something to do with it, perhaps. Interesting chat.
Do we have any electricians on our viewers?
Another comment here. Let's wait and see who comes out of the sauna in the buff. And then Paul Phillips says the stadium would have been evacuated over here in the UK. Do you know what? I love the how should we say, the liberal approach to health and safety in France. I love that. There's a
5 meters gap is enough.
I took the kids when we were in. It was near Burgundy, and there's this amazing those little wires and stuff through the trees. I forget the name of it. It was absolutely brilliant.
Acrobranche.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was amazing. But literally, they sort of watched you clip on the carabiner, and then was like, off you go.
Yeah.
Just on your own, no supervision. And if you fall out, it's not on us.
Yeah, I remember watching a kid in Acrobranche dying for a wee, unclipping, trying to get down, unclipping, not having any attachment to the cable. He was about 20 meters up. Then he ended up urinating off the top of the tree whilst all his parents are screaming at him, clip back in, clip back in. Yeah, it was a hair-raising moment. We're ready to catch him without getting hit by urine. It's quite a challenge. Anyway, what other stories? What other tree climbing and piss stories?
There was a Red Roses versus France match a couple of years ago that was abandoned, and the result stood. Yeah, I wonder at what point in the match was the game abandoned?
Surely 67 minutes is enough.
67 minutes, you think, is enough, but I want to see the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, me too. And that fight, honestly, I suppose they've got to be careful and do everything properly. So what they're doing is necessary, but it's in the stand we're looking from now, isn't it? It's below that.
I think it's the one, that we can't actually see because part of the stand had to be evacuated. So it's the stand that the camera is currently sat in. I'm sure if there was anything interesting to see that, our French directors are wonderful at making sure there's something to see. Anything entertaining, guys dangling from a parachute, fires. Oh yeah, do you know what? Why don't I take a minute just to remind you that there's a fantastic series of videos in the channel right now. Our trip to the Basque Country. Joe Worsley, he was being big time coaching Brive at the time, but you did come and join us in the end. But without you,
I missed day one.
You missed day one.
But day two, I was all over it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was something we need to recreate soon.
Yes.
Very soon.
100%. So the premise was, for the cost it would have taken me and Dougie from FR UK Rugby to go and see Bath against Leicester, which was the game that weekend, how much rugby could we get in France? So we totted up the amount that a train, a modest hotel and match tickets for the Bath game would be, and we set ourselves that limit of money to spend, and we managed to get a whole weekend of rugby in France, including flights, hotels, everything, food, and we went to watch a Biarritz game, we went to watch Bayonne's game in San Sebastian, and we also, in the middle of it, we joined up with a touring team that we met in Biarritz, and that is the main part of the second episode, which is in the channel now, and I would recommend as we watch sorry, I've forgotten what fireman is in French.
Pompier.
We've watching the Pompier, well, having a bit of a break by the look of it. I think it looks like there's no smoke coming out of whatever it was has been sorted. Maybe it was just a mechanical power thing.
Perhaps. But I can't wait for that second episode. I loved the first episode. The second one is going to be good. Most of the eating's in the third one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will be
yeah. It's when we arrive in San Sebastian just a food mecca. We get
I
properly
was
stuck
having
in, so you stick around for episode 3. Another reason to subscribe to the
salivating.
channel. Well, we can watch some ball boys lobbing the ball around. Their handling might be better than some of the stuff we've seen this evening.
Yeah. The band's gone into overdrive as well.
I do like that. The
Full
players have to stay
entertainment
inside for all safety reasons. Ball boys, yeah, just off you go.
Yeah, they're expendable. Yeah, going back to the piece I'm doing for next week on
Six
the
Nations.
statistics,
Six
about,
Nations,
the Six
yeah.
Nations piece. I can't wait to. I'm really interested to see if it. Stats I enjoy, I use, but there's part of me that they can't tell the whole story. They never will. So you have to have that human element to it too. But it's really fascinating to see the stats and some of the French stats compared to literally all the other teams. There's no one who looks anything like them at the moment. They're playing a different game, almost a different game to everybody else when it comes to offloads and line breaks. It's pretty phenomenal to watch. We were talking about them having issues, weren't we, Tim? Towards
Go back to November and
time, yeah.
there was France have got some fundamental issues. Mind you, I still think they've got to sort out their tight head prop situation. We've got Demba Bamba back for the first proper match for France in 4 years, first Six Nations game in 4 years. And they and Tavita Tatafu's just not fit, so they've still got issues. But as for I really like the fact that it's a Friday night and 2 games on the Saturday. Right, I'm not a big fan of the Sunday Six Nations games. It always feels like a bit of a damp squib. Did you ever play? Was there Friday night games, matches when you were playing Six Nations, Joe?
No, we didn't do any Friday night ones, I don't think. Maybe a Sunday one, but no Friday night. The 5-week thing, I'm all right with,
Well, I am, because
Sorry,
we haven't got to wait as long
weekends.
for rugby yet. But
Yeah, I think it's working now. Do you like it?
Yeah.
3 games in a row, weekend off, boom, boom, 2 more.
100%.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I think it's good. Even as a player, I know you get less rest, but just chance to rotate the squad, get game time. Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Here's a question: will Borthwick get the chop this weekend if England loses? Well, or I'll change that question slightly. Will Borthwick get the chop if England loses this weekend? Because I don't think he'll get the chop this weekend. It's not like football where the chairman comes out, right, he's been sacked. But is it? I mean, there are articles saying that, Joe.
I don't know. I can't say. I mean, the World Cup's not that far away, guys. It's not that far away. It's like 18 months? If that, 16 months.
Yeah. One question I do want to ask about...
But they've just flip-flopped away from the game plan they
know.
fell upon in Argentina, which involves having Ford Stewart playing a high-volume kicking game, making the most of the opportunities that come your way, kind of a la South Africa before they had a 10 who could run the ball. Anyway, then boom, they've gone away from that and gone back to an attacking one.
As the players come back out on the pitch, we're going to get the final 13 minutes of the game. But Joe, one thing that is noticeable is the defence has taken a massive step backwards. And
yeah, it's brutal.
it's harsh to... I'm not necessarily levelling it at Richard Wigglesworth, but there has been a change in personnel with England's defence. How much would Richard Wigglesworth coming in, you're a defence coach, how much would he change, and how much would the messaging from just a different person make a difference? I don't know.
I'm not actually... With all the differences in... Joe Lab came in, did it for a bit, and then Wigglesworth doing it, but he's not just doing it on his own. He's doing it with the sail winger.
Oh, yeah, Byron McGuigan.
So I think there's a lot of coaches to stay on message, and also, is the message clear? I'm not sure. So they've gone away from... The message was like high kicking, we play on top of it, we get any chance, any kick goes our way, bam, we go, we play really good rugby and score. They've gone away from that to now they're picking a squad that's more attacking minded, it seems, with Finn Smith and other players involved in it. It's crazy. But also
I'm not asking you to say anything about any individuals, so I know it's a bit more difficult but I'm just going to point out England's attack was a bit rubbish, and then Lee Blackett took over from Richard Wigglesworth. and it got a little bit better, and now Richard Wigglesworth's involved in the defence, and that seems to be that seems to be the squeaky wheel that needs the oil. I mean, it could be correlation, doesn't necessarily always equal causation, but it's an observation.
I don't know. It's just without being on the inside, you can't really tell. It's just I want to see him settle on how they're going to play and stick with it. I just don't understand the flip-flopping. It's bizarre. I mean, they've got a really high turnover rate as well, considering how few opportunities they're creating. That's the other issue. The turnover rate's nearly as high as France's. And France is high because sometimes the offloads don't go right.
But they make 56 offloads. So
Yeah.
you're gonna, if you want to make an omelette, you're going to crack some eggs, whereas England,
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly. A
I
few are
agree.
going to go wrong, but when they go
we
right...
could put the world to rights all night, but we're actually going to get the resolution to the game. It's starting with a kickoff. Is this how the game finished? I can't remember how it... Oh, yeah, that's right. Brive just scored a try, didn't they? Did they? I'm so confused with where we're at. All I know is that Brive are 4 points ahead. 7 points ahead. I think that was a yellow card and they just got the penalty.
Yeah.
Yes, there we are. 7 point game. 12 and a bit minutes left. Brive couldn't buy a win on the road this season. This would be a big boost for them. Could it be a confidence denting experience for Colomiers if they cannot come through? Their home record's been the reason why they're second in the table. Theo Giral letting that ball bounce. Fortunately for him, touched a Brive hand on the way down. Right, a man down, Colomiers. Got a scrummage.
It's a big ask coming back, isn't it? So they've reset the clock as well on the yellow card. They're pretty much playing to the end of the game with 14 men.
Péchou, tu me dis donc qu'il n'y a pas un avant du blanc. C'est le
Simatoga
bleu qui le ramène vers son camp.
replaces
Elle
Papagiola,
est blanche. Capitaine.
one of a bunch of academy prospects
Capitaine.
from Colomiers on the bench. They've got the highest
Le
GIF
chef revient de revoir
French
la situation.
qualified
Il y a pas un avant
and
du blanc, c'est le bleu qui le
very
ramène
high
vers son
local
camp. Je me suis
homegrown
trompé, j'aurai le ballon au blanc.
number of players as well of Colomiers against the team with the lowest GIF average.
Mais elle est blanche.
Oh, forward off Fresnon. So that should be a
Merci,
penalty
Péchou.
then,
Non,
surely.
non, ça a été vu par le TMO, je me suis trompé. C'est le bleu qui le ramène dans son camp.
Came off Fresnon and maybe...
He said he saw the
maybe
he
Giroud
messed
touched
up.
it at the same
He
time.
said he said he messed
okay.
up
Referee acknowledged it.
on the replay. Yeah, so he's giving it to Brive. The Colomiers fullback's well out of position.
Colomiers hold that one. Sadrugu was looking up. Out the back. Olding steps in and through Delpy. Two defenders to stop him. Look at the space on the left-hand edge. Pimienta to Ivuaka. This could kill the game off. Brive's last away win back in October. The last time they got 2 wins consecutively back in October. And Colomiers, after 7 straight wins, lost for the first time in a couple of months, and they might be facing back-to-back defeats at a crucial time of the season. Tisserand. Nabbed. Courtney Laws has not stopped. One of the few Brive players who stayed on. And this has been where Brive have had the edge. A bit too much power. Penalty advantage, maybe no arm tackle. An unnecessary miss 4 pass. but with penalty advantage in the pocket and an opportunity to create a 10-point lead, you'd think.
12 bleus, jamais remis en jeu.
Yeah, offside. The player who tackled one of the Brive players hitting a flat line. Offside. Easy 3 points. 2 scores up. Yeah, this is a seismic victory for Brive. This will be massive for them going forward. I know they're not exactly been incredible tonight, but you're right. Physically, they've dominated. The lineouts really caused Colomiers a world of issues. And the game's just been broken up. Colomiers don't enjoy that kind of game. Does not suit them. Non-power teams need free-flowing matches. Lots of decisions getting made, acting quickly, staying ball in play, staying in play a long time. I'd imagine the ball in play tonight is under 30.
Shilcock's eyebrow.
There it goes.
Going again. And this moment could be decisive. Because a man down. Only 8.5 minutes left and 2 scores behind. Colomiers could be facing only their 3rd home defeat of the season.
They're all screaming, short kickoff. Here's where teams can adapt and put multiple blocks at the 10-metre line. And that's why. Oh, they knocked it on.
Yeah, just 1 or 2 yards every carry just makes everything that little bit easier, and it's why we have not seen much of Ray Nutu or the Colomiers backs. We know exactly what they're capable of, and that's what Nutu's been reduced to tonight. Just getting smashed. Delormel shaking that shot off as he gets back to his feet. Some long faces on the Colomiers bench.
Oh, great kick.
Lovely kick.
Look, I thought it'd gone further into the 22.
Into the 22 as well.
It looked better, didn't it?
Delormel. He's had a tough night. Opposite to Ivuaka. Five points for a losing bonus point. They'll want to set up a finale. In attack, they've not really thrown a shot, and that is not going to help. Oof. Basic error. Just no lift. To Ivuaka. Tap tackled at the 2nd attempt. Looked like he was through were it not for the tackle of Nutu. They've turned the ball over. But they're just looking up at a white wall. Tisserand.
So the coach is screaming, we had a break, yellow card. I don't think it was.
Question here, Max Colby. Joe must be taking notes on how to beat Colomiers, knowing his team Perpignan could well be facing them in the access match. You did say earlier Colomiers are a team that have to be on the radar as a potential opponent.
Well be on the radar. I mean, but after tonight, it's a big result. This is a big result. We said they're playing badly in that first half, but if they don't get a home semi or a home playoff game, sorry, it'd be interesting to see.
Oh, Courtney Laws again. I thought he'd stolen another one. Dimchev. You're so right, Joe. He's a powerful carrier.
He's very powerful.
Simatoga back on.
Courts is on that.
Outstanding. 37 years of age. And you wouldn't know it. It's about his 3rd or 4th turnover of the night. For such a big man to get down that fast.
That's incredible, isn't it? His stealing ability never really dawned on me till I worked with him. how good it was, how good it is.
And there he is, getting the extras as well. Offloads on. And they've got penalty advantage again of Brive. Starting to play with confidence. I think they know this one's going their way. Honestly, Joe, you just look at the WL next to the, as Courtney Laws rightly getting the attention from the physio, but getting the attention from the cameraman for his work. Let's enjoy this again. So quick on it. So how did you notice it in training, or was it in games that you would see that ability come through when you worked with him at Brive, Joe?
It's during training, but yeah, games are really where the amount of times he'll attempt it and the number of times it's the right option, and the success rate he has with them is phenomenal. So, I mean, Jack Willis, we look at him and say he's incredible. Listen, Courtney's not far behind in terms of his ability to contest and read what's happening. In training, he can as well. You can see him hovering in the right areas, just getting in the area, and then obviously in training there's far less collisions, far less.
That's just rugby IQ though, as well, isn't it? Just knowing when to and when not to, and the anticipation.
It's him understanding how this situation in front of him is going to, anticipating where the guy's going to end up on the floor, and then he'll be there. And if that window's there, bam, he's on it.
Untidy but one from Colomiers. We've seen precious little of that this evening from Ray Nutu. Colomiers can throw caution to the wind. Got nothing to lose at this point. But another handling error in the column for Colomiers. They've been starved of good possession and have forced it. Yeah, I was looking at the results, Joe, for Brive, and it just, for the last few months, it's win at home, lose away, win at home, lose away, win at home, lose away, win at home, lose away.
Yeah.
Months and months of that.
I think with that power they got, unless you've got Van or Provence, maybe, are teams that can go there and compete with them, maybe not even Provence. To go to Brive, you're going to have to go with the most powerful team. A lot of teams want to rest them and stay fresh for the game when they come back to their place. So a lot of teams will send a weakened team to Brive because they know the forwards will do what's happened tonight to them. And as a result, Brive can get some easy home victories. But tonight they've really stepped up against a Colomiers team who really fired all the shots they can. They've just been dominated physically. And in the set piece.
Sadrugu carries into the 22. It's in midfield, comes back to the blind side. Coletta is going to get another win against his former club. 2 from 2 for Coletta. A 10-point game, a 13-point game, it doesn't really change anything, does it? It's just a chance to take a minute off the clock.
Wind the clock down. Another minute off. I don't think the referee could have penalised that. Looked like a very clean steal.
I'm assuming that he's just saying the release wasn't clear enough, but it seemed pretty good. Shilcock takes up most, but not all of the minute. Less than 2 to go. And the Brive fans can start celebrating. They're taking a very rare W. Back home as Coletta. He's going to respectfully not celebrate too hard. Lots of good memories here for Anthony Coletta. But he's proving talismanic for Brive as well. As they'll wind the clock down now, Fraser on waiting. Probably a little bit too long to try and play 10 phases of this, perhaps.
Yeah, I agree. Get it down there.
Well, if the referee lets them take 15 seconds for every ruck, then they'll be all right. But on that basis, 3 more to go and we're done. Tough one to take for Colomiers. And they'll be bruised, I think, mentally as much as physically. Brive happy to give up the territory. Colomiers have to throw men into it. One more. I think time is up now. And Verdu, as the horn goes, can stick this one into the stands. I think it's going to be Shilcock's left foot.
I hope Courts is all right.
I need Courtney Laws down. You're right.
Stop.
The cameras are cutting away from whatever's going on the field.
Get your bell out. I think it's a fight.
Yeah, it's on. Had to wait until after the game. Nick Crone
Fression's a bit
telling
of a...
Fraser on to pipe down. Grins on the bench. Lucas da Silva. It's been a while since I've had a bus trip back celebrating a victory.
Yeah, there'll be a wonderful 2-hour bus trip home for them now. A few beers. I think Fression was winding up the Colomiers players and it kicked off.
I think it might have been Miles Edwards that was on the receiving end. Really hard fought win from Brive. They muscled up. Oh, continuing. Bit of handbags. This is pro editor, where even the coaches get involved.
Well, that looks quite amorous.
Yeah, it does. Well, we had drama with a stoppage, drama at the end. How would you summarise that one, Joe?
A scrappy game. Physical domination from Brive. That's what they've got. Teams like Van, with their physical abilities and their ability to control the game, would deal with that better than Colomiers. And Colomiers just don't have enough physicality, enough money to buy the power required to beat a team like Brive. So is this one of the reference matches for playing at the exterior? So we just had 2 games, Nevers and Grenoble, where we just didn't really do much away from home. So the 30 or 40 players that trained this week, congratulations to all of them. It's so important for this result tonight. Our position in the classement, congratulations to the whole team. So in the set piece, you were very good tonight. It's one of our qualities, the set piece. We can do even better. We didn't really cause many problems with our drive tonight, so we can improve that.
C'est parfait, il faut continuer comme ça.
Allez, on vous laisse aller célébrer la victoire. On va enchaîner avec Valentin Delpy qui s'arrête à notre micro. Bonsoir. Bon, on imagine qu'il y a des regrets ce soir. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Qu'est-ce qui vous a manqué?
Non, mais en première mi-temps, voilà, on est trop resté chez nous. On a donné trop d'opportunités à Brive, je pense, qui est solide. Donc
voilà, trop d'indiscipline. On savait que quand on était à 14
Too much indiscipline against a very physical, solid team.
Donc voilà, c'est l'accumulation de trop de fautes. Après, voilà,
Accumulation of too many faults on our 22 try. Yellow card.
Pardon l'expression, mais c'est ce qu'ils ont fait. Nous, on n'a pas pu trop mettre notre jeu en place. Et après,
we couldn't put our play in place.
Je pense trop de fautes individuelles et collectives. Donc,
too many individual and collective faults.
Ça commence à faire 3 défaites à domicile, donc c'est un peu dommage, quoi.
First defeat at home feels bad.
Qui évolue plusieurs fois. Comment c'est dans la tête là, on se dit quoi dans ce cas?
Là, il n'y a pas trop à réfléchir. Bon, après, il m'a bien assis quand même, mais.
When you got smashed by Tuivaki, how that feel?
À titre personnel, il y a eu une aventure
Basically, he's asking him.
Votre club, vous revenez là en Pro D2 dans un match de
when he
haut
runs,
niveau.
you know about it?
C'est pas trop dur de basculer?
Oui et non, mais là, franchement.
How is it coming from top 14 to lose to this?
Pour ce soir, collectivement, individuellement, voilà, je pense que.
He didn't want to talk about it. He just says, let's think about tonight, collectively, individually.
Merci en tout cas pour votre lucidité et votre analyse. Merci, Valentin.
Yeah, they definitely could have been better. They'll need to be better. They've got a 2-week break now in Pro D2. The rest of the round 23 is tomorrow evening. We'll have highlights of that coming in the channel very soon. 2-week break, and then Colomiers will be on the road themselves at Provence, another high-flying side. Cannot wait for that one already. Subscribe to the channel. Go and check out our Basque tour. Episode 2 is now up. Catch up with episode 1 as well, and all of the great stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the Six Nations this weekend.